Well, the already fractious 3-week-old college strike here in Ontario just got a little nastier today. Now, after returning to the table to handle talks last Thursday, those talks broke down today, and the College Employer Council is saying the union is stonewalling the process. So it plans to ask the Labor Board to schedule a union membership vote on the latest offer, one it says is fair.
We made significant moves and addressed all faculty priorities. The offer that is available for faculty right now on the table should have ended this strike that is now entering its 4th week.
The incredible thing is they could have done this over a month ago. They had every right to. We kept saying that they had the right to do that, and doing it now is incredibly cynical. It could take up to 2 weeks for a vote to happen. That means 2 more weeks of students being out of class. We're not even sure how the semester can be completed at this point.
Roughly 12,000 college instructors, counselors, and librarians walked off the job October 16th, leaving 500,000 students in limbo. Job security was one of the key issues for the union. It wants a 50-50 split between full and part-time positions and an increased role in academic decision-making. The council says its offer addresses those concerns. It says it includes enhanced full-time employment opportunities and rights for contract employees, a pay increase of 7.75% over 4 years, and better job security and academic freedom. Now, if the Labor Board approves the vote on that latest offer, it could take 5 to 10 days to organize the vote. The union says that delay could mean the semester may be a washout, but it still plans to tell its members to vote no.
You're watching Global Toronto. This is Global News at 5:30.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Farah Nasser.
I'm Alan Carter. Major developments tonight in that strike at Ontario colleges.
The dispute has kept 500,000 students out of the class for more than 3 weeks. And now faculty might be forced to vote on a so-called final offer.
Sean O'Shea joins us live. And Sean, this dispute has just become nastier.
Pretty nasty, Alan, and nobody's socializing tonight or celebrating any kind of victory, but the management side taking kind of a one-shot, winner-take-all tactic tonight as it tries to end this strike. The college teachers, of course, have been off for going into now the 4th week. 300,000 kids, students cannot get to the classrooms. They've paid for tuition, but classes are not in, and management has decided this has gone on far too long. So they're taking the unusual step of actually forcing a vote. This is an unusual tactic, but it is allowed. Now, those two sides have not been meeting, well, they have been meeting since November the 2nd, but they've been on a hiatus for 2 weeks before that. But as I said, the management side said that this strike has been going on too long and that it wants to give the faculty members directly the chance to vote on it. Here's what they had to say.
We made significant moves and addressed all faculty priorities. The offer that is available for faculty right now on the table should have ended this strike that is now entering its 4th week.
We want to continue bargaining. Like I said, we were very close. We thought we were almost there. I mean, one no-cost item, we were sure there'd be a pathway forward.
The union side said it was, quote, gobsmacked when it found this out late this morning, but there's nothing they can do about it, but they say they are not going to take the pickets away. Alan.
Well, Sean, this is unusual because now we're going to this direct vote, and then we could have another 2 weeks where there may be no negotiations and no class.
That's right. I mean, if they'd settled today or they settled this week, in these kinds of situations, you can get things back pretty quickly. But you're right. This vote may not happen for 10 days or more. There's process involved. The one thing, though, when they were asked, the management side said that the school year is not in jeopardy at this point, although a lot of students probably figuring this semester certainly is in jeopardy. But if people out there are wondering, I'm going to be back in class pretty quickly, no matter how this goes, that's not going to happen, not right away. And all of this depends on how the faculty votes. More on that coming up on Global News at 6 o'clock.
All right,
Alan,
Sean, we'll look forward to more reporting for you from there.
I'm Sean O'Shea outside the Sheraton Centre. Talks break down in the Ontario college strike. That said, there are new developments tonight that will see faculty vote on management's latest offer. What does it mean? What will it happen? And how quickly could students get back to the classroom? That's ahead on Global News at 6.
After more than 3 weeks, the strike at Ontario colleges has taken a turn for the worse. Talks between 24 schools and faculty have broken off. Let's go live right now. This is a shot of the Sheraton Centre where talks had been taking place. The colleges are now asking for a forced vote on the latest contract offer. As Sean O'Shea reports, it means more uncertainty for hundreds of thousands of students.
We need to end this strike right now, and we need to get faculty and students back in the classroom.
We've thrown in the kitchen sink, for lack of a better word, to get this deal, to get our faculty and students back in the classroom. So at some point, this is where the rubber meets the road.
Negotiators for Ontario colleges say they've had it.
What do we want?
With a strike beginning its 4th week now, management is taking the unusual step of forcing a vote on its latest offer without the union's consent.
We've tried bargaining at the table. We've made significant moves. We've addressed their issues. At some point, you've got to let the employees give them the chance to decide.
College negotiators have asked the union to let faculty return to work right now while a vote is organized. But the union says it's shocked by the tactic.
They could be back at the table with us now, and we can have something ironed out. That's what's really maddening about this is we thought we were going somewhere.
We felt we were close.
The union's negotiators say the move today came out of the blue. The two sides returned to the bargaining table November 2nd. But after just a few days face-to-face, management is now invoking its right to force a vote. Asked about more bargaining, the college's chief negotiator put it this way.
We'd be eager for the union to come back and accept our offer.
This fight is for the long haul.
The union has no plans to stop the picketing or to suspend the strike pending a vote. And as for any concerns that the faculty will accept the management offer and effectively vote against its union,
If they want to bring it to our members, they can bring it, because it's our view that our members will absolutely not accept what they have on the table.
now, the outcome of that vote by no means a certainty. The faculty voted 68% in favor of taking this strike, which is now entering its 4th week. So it's up in the air as to when all this would be resolved. The union has said it's not going to go back to the classroom. It's not going to take down its picket lines, and therefore the Labor Relations Board is going to have 10 to 15 days to organize all this. Means there's going to be another delay for students. When we asked the chief negotiator for the college whether it has put the school year in jeopardy, they said it hasn't, at least not yet. Alan.
Sean, so many people hopeful over the weekend when negotiations resumed, but that hope is gone tonight. Thank you so much.
Ontario's colleges are calling on striking faculty to vote on a final contract offer after talks to end the 4-week strike broke down today. Officials have also called on OPSU to suspend the strike in the 5 to 10 days it would take to organize the vote. This comes after talks faltered today, just 5 days after the two sides returned to the bargaining table for the first time since the start of October.
We listened to the union and addressed its priorities on enhancing full-time employment opportunities for contract faculty, increasing pay, greater rights for contract faculty, better job security for contract faculty, faster compliance with Bill 148, and academic freedom guarantees. We made significant moves and addressed all faculty priorities. The offer that is available for faculty right now on the table should have ended this strike.
It was certainly very interesting to hear their spin on things. Quite frankly, what they've done here is they've thrown a bomb into the process. We felt we were quite close to a deal here. The major sticking point remaining, in our view, was academic freedom, one of our key demands, and we thought we could get some agreement on that, and they just instead decided to throw this bomb in and blow up the entire process. And now we're looking at being out at least a couple more weeks while we wait for this vote to happen.
Well, job security is the key bargaining issue for the union. It wants a 50-50 split of full-time and contract positions and a bigger role in academic decision-making. The strike by 24,000 college workers has left about 500,000 students out of class.
Major move by the College Employer Council as talks break down again with a union that represents more than 12,000 faculty members. The council has requested the Ontario Labour Relations Board schedule a vote by the union membership on its latest offer. This bypasses talks with the union and brings the offer straight to the workers. The Employer Council says they've addressed the key issues put forward by OPSEU, but the union says they did not like the language proposed surrounding academic freedom. And we spoke with JP Hornick with OPSEU's bargaining team about the talks breaking off.
They might not look like concessions on the surface, but they wanted to include an expansion of part-time faculty. They want to include things we just can't accept. If they want the strike to be over, come back, and if the faculty are telling you it's an unacceptable deal for faculty, bargain an acceptable deal that we can recommend, and then that vote becomes a ratification vote, and our faculty go back into their classrooms immediately. Finish the bargaining. If we finish the bargaining, then we can get this done, and our faculty could be back in class in the next few days.
Ontario's colleges have called for faculty to vote on the final contract offer after talks to end the 4-week strike appear to have broken down.
And we had literally one no-cost item left on the table to negotiate, and that was the ability for faculty to make decisions in their classrooms on a day-to-day basis. It was the academic freedom piece. Rather than finish those negotiations, Council has, dropped a bomb in the process.
Students have organized rallies in the last month in order to try and put pressure on both sides, but that hasn't worked. The College Employer Council says it has asked Ontario's Labour Relations Board to schedule the vote. It has also asked the union to suspend the strike in the 5 to 10 days it will take to organize that vote. However, the Ontario Public Sector Employees Union says they have no plans to suspend the labour disruption.
First semester be in jeopardy for 500,000 Ontario college students. Well, the clock is ticking. Talks are going nowhere. CTV's John Musselman joining us live now with the latest developments in the labor dispute. John, what are striking faculty being asked to do?
Well, the College Employers Council is asking for the Labour Relations Board to get involved here. They want a direct vote. They want the faculty to take a look at this offer and vote on it. George Brown College student Daniel Krakauer says students definitely feel caught in the middle of this labor dispute. No real voice and no power to get this settled.
Now, if it gets to the point where we don't get back on track and it actually affects the semester, or we have to redo our semester, that's a different scenario.
Because if we lose the semester, or if they drag it long, it's going to affect our entire life.
500,000 students have been shut out of class since October 16th. The College Employers Council says it's come as far as it can at the bargaining table. It wants the faculty to vote directly on the latest offer.
We're asking OPSEU to suspend the strike, let the faculty and students come back to the classroom, allow the colleges to be used as balloting locations for the vote.
At the end of the day, as I stated before, we're going into week 4. We've tried bargaining at the table. We've made significant moves. We've addressed their issues. At some point, you've got to let the employees give them the chance to decide.
The union claims the college bargaining team is trying to make an end run around the union bargaining committee.
We don't understand why this is happening. We're committed to stay here. We're still here. We want to bargain. We thought we were close. This is going to disrupt the students' semester greatly.
My God, have a look at the ratio of administrators to instructors. The administrators, there are no part-time positions there. They're all solidly, quote, full-time.
The strike is now in its 4th week. Faculty are seeking greater job security and more full-time positions. And the union seemed quite surprised by this move, that they say the best way to get a deal done is at the bargaining table. Reporting live on King Street, I'm John Musselman. Zarat, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, John.